Hello guys, welcome to a new series on the YouTube channel called Ghost Stories. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be collecting a load of different stories from my own experiences, from my friends and from the internet. And I'm just going to be reading them on a video for you guys and discussing, and we'll just have a little chat about them. And when I can, I'll be able to get people in to talk personally about their experiences, just to give it a first-hand feel. So this is episode 1. Hopefully you enjoy. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and enjoy the video. Now let's get real for a second. In my podcast with Finley about the paranormal and ghosts, etc., I said that I would do sort of like a part 2, reading different stories that I've been sent in, and this is what this is. The first one will go to, well, the majority of them was sent in by one of my good pals, Mia Lewis, and apparently she has experienced a lot of activity in her lifetime, and it's pretty interesting. So let's get cracking with the first story. My brother was in my nan's house when he was little, and he asked my nan who the man and the dog was at the top of the stairs, and apparently described their granddad and his dog perfectly, who had both died before that he had been born. That's just weird, you know what I mean? Unless the only sort of explanation I can really think about that, obviously they say that kids are more susceptible to seeing ghosts and stuff like that, and the only real explanation I can give that is maybe he's seen a photo, but again, like, well, what's a kid doing describing a man and a dog perfectly to their grandparents? So yeah, that was pretty weird. So moving on to the second story, there is about 5 or 6. It's nuts. So the next one. Previously, everyone in my household has all seen this black, tall silhouette of a man roaming round our house. Sarah saw him at the foot of the bed, Mum in the living room, and she saw him in the shower, and it doesn't go away when you blink. She also had sleep paralysis where he started at the foot of the bed and crawled towards me, and I couldn't move or scream. And she woke up when he reached for her face. Now that's odd. That's odd. Really, really weird. It's weird. You see, well, everyone in your family, not just one person. So I've literally just got chills thinking about it. And the next one is, in the house we've just moved to, our ladder was placed in a different place to where we'd left it while we were both upstairs, and the dog could not have placed it, obviously. Apparently an old man died in there. So that thing about objects moving around the house where no one moved them per se, which is pretty odd. Yeah. I mean, the only real explanation I've got for that sort of stuff is, you know, maybe you just moved it and forgot about it, but let's be fair, what's the likelihood of both of you not remembering someone moving stuff? Yeah, interesting. Let's move on to the next one. There's 2 spiritualists and 1 psychic. They all told her, so every single one have told her, that her nan has the power, and so do I, but she doesn't know how to use it. The night before her father's mother died, she came to her other nan in her sleep and told her to tell my dad not to go to the rugby game tomorrow. When he came home from the rugby game, she died in his arms. She came to my other nan. one's odd. That one hit me a little bit. Yeah, that one hit me a little bit. That did. That wasn't nice to read. Okay, next one. When I was younger, I was having a sleepover with my friends at my grand's old house, and her nan was on the night shift. She fell asleep and the girls were talking about pranking me and putting my bra in the freezer. And apparently when they were doing that, the tap turned on by itself full force. As if like something was protecting her from getting pranked. Which is wild. That's wild. Imagine just walking into the kitchen like, we're going to put your bra in the freezer, and the tap just... Yeah, that'd be crazy. That would be nuts in fairness, yeah. And apparently in her new house, where she's currently moved into, which is just down the road, apparently all her trophies flew across the room and smashed, and they were on a secure shelf. I'd love to, right? I'm going to say it again, Mia, if you're watching this, I probably will send you a message, but I'd love to just try and capture some of this stuff that you're saying that's going on. Because I believe you, I really do believe it. I know there's a few skeptics out there that's probably going, oh yeah, ghosts flying across the room, but I believe you, and I'd like to actually try and help you catch it and get it on video maybe, or recording. And maybe that might be a bit peace of mind, you know. And she said that in her uni house, they had a really bad ghost. One day, she was home alone and heard an almighty crash upstairs. And then when she went up there to find a cupboard, which you have to push down the handle to open, was open with loads of loads of clothes were scattered all over the landing, even in places they couldn't have been if they had just fallen out, which wasn't possible anyway. I used to wake up with my bin and laundry bin tipped all around my room. Bottles of body wash would fly down the stairs out of nowhere. There would be a knock at the door and no one would be there. And once I saw an old man in my friend's room. That's a lot going on in one house, sorry, just to be a coincidence. Yeah, that one's weird. That one's odd. And then she went to Llancair Fawr, which is a tourist attraction here in Wales, on a ghost tour and experienced some things there. She said she has a lot more. Now, Mia, with obviously Wales saying that you can meet another household, I'd love for you to come and sit on a settee with me, and we'll just talk ghosts and talk your experiences, and let's just see if we can arrange something, maybe capture these ghosts, which would be cool. Weird. Yeah, weird. Yeah. Well, there we are. There's part one of ghost stories. There's a few there for you to sink your mind into, and yeah, Mia will definitely send some texts and get something sorted. So yeah, this has been part one of ghost stories, and yeah, I'll see you in part two. Bye.